everybody, hope you're good. My name's Abby, and if you're new around here, welcome. If you're not new, thank you for coming back to watch another video. If you do like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, and yeah, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think on the products I'm about to share. So as the thumbnail suggests, I do have 4 products I wanted to share from the drugstore in the UK, and these 4 products are from my local Superdrugs. So Superdrugs, if you're in the US, is like the equivalent of, I don't know, I guess actually, what is it the equivalent of? A CVS, I guess. It's a really large chain of drugstores. Drugstores, yeah. It's a really large chain of drugstores, and most high streets, which is where all the shops are, usually have one. So I'm already familiar with their own brand range. I've tried a few of their own brand products, which I have talked about in like my MTs videos and things like that. But this particular own brand collection, this is the Me Plus collection, and I have 2 things from them. They're 2 different cleansers. I've already talked about their serums in my skincare and a few of my skincare videos. Actually, I do use a lot of their skincare products. There was a particular time during the pandemic earlier on last year when I could not get my hands on any Ordinary products, and the Ordinary features heavily in my skincare routine, and they were the next best thing. In fact, their products were just as good, and they were accessible because I could buy them online or I can go into store. So I thought that was, you know, a great time to have discovered them. Yeah, so there was a time when the Ordinary just was not available to anybody at all, and in that time I was so lucky and so grateful that I found this collection. So they have a bunch of different serums at their store, which I will leave you a few shots of what they look like, and I have talked about them. So, you know, if you're not sure of what I'm talking about, if you're new to my channel, do check my skincare playlist and you see the products I'm talking about. But the 4 products I want to talk about are actually from 2 different brands within Superdrug. So these 2 cleansers are from their own brand collection. So this is the Me Plus brand, and I have 2 other products from another brand that's relatively new to Superdrug. Apparently, I was late to the boat. You know, I was late to the bandwagon. I didn't know that these had been selling in store for like at least, I want to say, over a year. But I did start using them I want to say 2 months ago. Yeah, about 2 months ago. So I'll talk about them later. But the 2 products I first want to talk about are these 2 cleansers. So one is the Me Plus Hyaluronic Acid Cleanser, and this is what it looks like. And the second is the Salicylic Acid Cleanser, and that's what this looks like. So they do have 2 different properties. So this, obviously being a hyaluronic acid cleanser, this has moisturizing properties to it. It actually says moisturize on the label, and the salicylic acid cleanser says refine on the label. So I'll start with the hyaluronic acid cleanser. I have used this twice. I think I've used the salicylic acid cleanser a little bit more than I have the hyaluronic acid cleanser, but both are very nice. A little disclaimer there. So apart from the fact that the hyaluronic acid cleanser obviously contains hyaluronic acid, it also contains niacinamide and ceramides, and it says it cleanses and hydrates. So this is a creamy cleanser. I will just read what it says on the back of the label, just so you know I don't miss anything. It says, this Me Plus cleanser is formulated to gently remove oil and impurities without stripping moisture from the skin. Hyaluronic acid combined with niacinamide and a blend of ceramides help to leave your skin feeling smoother and softer, suitable for normal to dry skin. If you've got like normal to dry skin, this can be your one and only step. If you have like me, if you have acne prone skin, oily skin, you could definitely double cleanse with this and it will be fine as well. Or you could start with this and then finish off with this treatment cleanser, which is, you know, it is a treatment cleanser, so I feel like you should probably leave this to massage a little bit longer so you get some of the benefits of the hyaluronic acid. And you could also follow with a typical gel cleanser, I want to say. But yeah, so this is a creamy cleanser, so it doesn't foam up, and it's quite thick when it comes out. It is really nourishing, as it says. The first 3 ingredients are obviously water, cetyl alcohol, which is a fatty alcohol that just helps to hydrate the skin. glycerin is a third ingredient, and then you have a bunch of other, hydrating ingredients. I'm not a cosmetic formulator in any sense of the word, so all I can do is definitely say that the products, the ingredients that are highlighted on the label are, very are at, prominent places on the back. So niacinamide is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th ingredient, so I can assume that it should contain, a decent amount of niacinamide. And then the ceramides are nearer to the bottom, but then from what I've seen, sometimes that can happen because you don't necessarily need a lot, I suppose. Obviously do your own research. But yeah, so there are multiple ceramides on the back of the label, and they're closer to the bottom. But I want to say, the hydrating properties to this are coming from the glycerin. The skin conditioning properties are coming from the niacinamide. And then obviously you also have the ceramides, which are lower to the bottom. I'm not sure what that means. Typically we want to assume that when products are lower to the bottom, they are obviously at the lowest concentration, but that might be because ceramides, you don't need a lot of ceramides. Just like hyaluronic acid, when a product says it contains hyaluronic acid, it's typically lower to the bottom because you only need a very small percentage. So it could just be that. If you know a lot more about ceramides, please do leave a comment down below. Let's just start off a discussion and, let's learn something together. But in terms of what I felt with this particular cleanser, it is really, really nourishing. It is just as good as my my Cerave hydrating cleanser. I don't actually have it with me, but everybody knows what the Cerave hydrating cleanser. I think it's a hydrating foaming cleanser, I want to say. That is an extremely nourishing cleanser. The equivalent, if you wanted to do, in terms of the actual the texture and the finish. I say the finish, it's not makeup. In terms of the texture, this is probably equivalent to, there's a third Cerave cleanser which I haven't used. I think this is meant to be that equivalent, but of course it's more accessible because you don't have to order online. You can just walk into a Superdrug store and you will find this. So I really, really like the way it cleanses. It isn't like when it comes to removing, say, like waterproof makeup, you have to obviously massage this a bit more in. I have used this to remove, like, so my brows, just to backtrack, my brows, I do not laminate, I do what's the word, I coat them in like in the lip coat, brow coat. I did a video on this, which I'll link in the cards. So my brows, they stay on, they don't rub off, and I need like an oil cleanser or cream cleanser to, take them off. This can take them off. But you just need to massage it a little bit more. So if you do have waterproof makeup, I would probably say going with the micellar water. That's always what I do anyway. But when I'm feeling lazy, I'll just go in with the cream cleanser. And I don't think this irritates. I don't remember it irritating my eyes or my, anything around the eye area at all. So it was a really, really nice experience using this, and I just love using a cream cleanser. There's something really relaxing about using a cream cleanser that you just can't get with the like a foaming cleanser. There's something really nice about just sitting there massaging your skin, because it doesn't dry up because of those moisturizing properties. So it's just continues. It continues to just give you like a lot of slip just to keep massaging. So it's like a little massage for your face, really. So I do like it. The pump is standard pump, but you do get a decent amount in the pump, and you get 200 ml of product, which is, do they have this in ounces? They don't, but you do get 200 ml of product, which is a decent amount. And I think it was £6.95 full price. When I did get it, I ended up getting 2 of them, not just because I wanted both, but because they were also on buy one get one half price, which a lot of the Me Plus or the other Superdrug own brand ranges tend to be on a lot, like, quite frequently throughout the year. So even if it wasn't on offer, I'd get it because this is extremely affordable. But I just happened to luck out at that time, and I think that day that I got it was actually the last day the offer was supposed to be on for. So yeah, I really, really like this. I use them interchangeably. Some days when I'm feeling lazy, I'll just use this, and sometimes I'll use it twice, and then other times I'll start with this and finish with this. So moving on to this, this is the Salicylic acid cleanser, and it also contains ceramides. This is and by the way, actually they don't say, but this also contains niacinamide, which is actually at a decent position, if that means anything to you. It's like in the middle in terms of like the ingredients list. This is a really, really hydrating salicylic acid cleanser. It is so good. I love this formula. It reminds me of the CeraVe. Oh, I don't have it with me. Do I have it with me? I'm about to film an empties video next, and I don't have the CeraVe, what do you call it? The salicylic acid cleanser. Everybody knows what that is. You don't even need a picture. But that cleanser is very comparable to this because they do both, you know, contain salicylic acid, but in terms of how it leaves your skin feeling, those two are, well, that particular cleanser was like high up. It's like my top 3 in terms of all cleansers of all time. It is so good, and for acne prone skin as well, it's excellent. And because I think just more because it doesn't dry out your skin, and it's also a treatment cleanser, you know, it just ticks both boxes for me. I'm all about hydration, hydration, hydration these days. You know, a treatment product doesn't have to dry out your skin. If it happens to do that, I guess, you know, you could probably balance it out with, you know, moisture and hydration afterwards, but I would rather it didn't. And this doesn't, and the CeraVe also doesn't. So if you can't get your hands on CeraVe, or if the CeraVe is kind of out of your price bracket, because this again is, I think, the same price, $6.95 thereabouts. The CeraVe kind of, you know, it fluctuates in price. Sometimes it's like £9, other times I think the full price is like £12, £13, depending on where you get it from. So this is a lot more affordable and a lot more accessible because you can just walk into store and get it. So I love this. It's it doesn't foam up crazily like the CeraVe salicylic acid cleanser. It is a gel cleanser as well. It's a rich texture. It doesn't dry out your skin. I can't say that enough. It also contains niacinamide, although they don't talk about it on the label. And salicylic acid actually falls quite close to the top. It's probably within the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 8th ingredient. 9, 10, and niacinamide is the 11th ingredient. So yeah, they do, you know, they are in very good quantities, and of course the ceramides are also closer to the bottom. The different types of ceramides are, yeah, they're closest to the bottom. But overall, I love, love, love the way this cleanses my skin. I wouldn't use it as a first step because I tend to keep my treatment cleansers, namely my salicylic acid cleansers, for the second step, just so they have that time. Because if I'm going to do a double cleanse, I don't want to wash off what I've just added to my skin. It's better to have this as the next step. And if you're going to use something like a vitamin C serum, or like I don't know, another acidic serum, it's good to have this as that step before that, because this, from what I've learned from, you know, watching, you know, other dermatologists talk about things like this lowers the pH of your skin. Obviously acids have a lower pH, so then it's kind of, you know, it's just like a smooth transition between the two. Salicylic acid lowering the pH of your skin helps the vitamin C work better at its optimal level. So yeah, love this. You get a decent amount, and this will last a long time. So if you're having a hard time getting your hands on a CeraVe, or if it's too, you know, if it's out of your price bracket, these are like way cheaper. This is like under £7, and if you get 2 of them at the right time, you can get one for half off. So they're both amazing. So moving on to 2 other products I have actually been using for longer than these. So I bought these 2 products I want to say 2 months ago. No, actually no, it's been 3 months now. Yeah, I think it was earlier this year. Was it Jan? I didn't start using it until like maybe Feb, I want to say, and we're in May now. So yeah, about 3 months actually. So the 2 products I'm talking about are from the brand Peptaronic, and this brand is meant to be, it kind of it's meant to be like a K-beauty brand. Yeah, it is a Korean brand. I feel like I have seen this. I did check this on just online, and I think this is available in the US. It's made in Korea. So the 2 products that I wanted to talk about are the Peptoronic Toner and the Peptoronic Serum. So they do have this really lovely packaging. You can't even see it. It's been washed out. So this is what these 2 look like. And it's a really, really lovely, you know, it's really good packaging, if that means anything to you. The 2 products in here, like I said, I have been using this for quite a while, and I've been working my way through it. I use it twice a day on most days, and while I've been using these 2 products, I stopped using my my Benton toner and moisturizer. So I did keep using a few other ordinary serums that I do use because they are actives, and I do need them for like hyperpigmentation and things like that. But in terms of like the first step after cleansing, this is what I've been using day in, day out, twice a day on most days. And I've been working my way through it. So you get this massive bottle. So this is the Peptoronic Toner. You get, how much do you even get in here? Why doesn't it say? Yeah, you get a lot. You get 320 mLs, which is 10.82 fluid ounces, and of the serum. So you can imagine most serums are like these tiny vials. They're usually 30 mLs. That's what attracted me to this when I saw it, and it was on offer at the time as well. But I would have bought it without the offer. So this for the serum is 220 mLs, 7.43 fluid ounces. Like I said, a typical serum is about 30 mLs. Some might be 50 mLs or a little bit higher, but most serums are 30 mLs. Now, how many times does 30 ml go into 220? So that's 3 times 7. 7 times, you get 7 times the amount of a typical serum in this bottle. So in terms of what it contains, what they're known for, this particular brand, are like the different types of ceramides, I want to say, or the different types of hyaluronic acid. On the Peptaronic box, it says toner containing 6 types of peptide and 5 types of hyaluronic acid, helps to moisturize and vitalize your skin. And then the serum, it says serum containing 6 types of peptides and 5 types of hyaluronic acid, helps moisturize and vitalize your skin for a healthier look. So yeah, it's about the same thing. So that is kind of like their thing. They had me at 6 types of hyaluronic acid or 5 types of hyaluronic acid. Love the packaging. It's just this really beautiful, why am I forgetting the name of this brand? It's very kind of Glossier, however you pronounce that brand. It's very much like that. It's, you know, clearly appealing to like a younger demographic, and you know, it's like a flip top bottle for both of them. I'm just amazed at the amount of product you get, and I love the way it makes my skin. Both of these make my skin feel. I start with the toner. It's very it's quite watery, but it's not like liquidy. That doesn't make sense. It's quite watery, but it's not like water. This is a slightly watered down serum, so it has a bit of body to it. So if I just put a little down, so it does run quite quickly, but it's not it's like full fat water. It does have some body to it, and it just disappears into the skin. It just hydrates the skin, and then you can go in with your moisturizer. You don't have to get both of these products, but I just thought I'd get both of them. Yeah, so they do different things, and of course, because they're 2 different types of products, the ingredients are going to be in different quantities. So obviously they both contain 6 different types of hyaluronic acid, and I believe, no, 6 different types of peptides and 5 different types of hyaluronic acid, which are hopefully supposed to hydrate different levels of your skin. Obviously, because they're all different molecular sizes, they will hydrate at different thicknesses of your skin. That is the ideal. So because of that, and also because one is a serum and one is a toner, the serum, from what I can see, just looking at the ingredients list, the serum does contain a higher percentage of glycerin, niacinamide, hydrogenated castor oil, Centella asiatica extract, honey extract. So there is a catch to this, which I'll come to in a minute, and it does seem like the serum contains more ingredients to it. And because obviously this is a toner, I would expect the toner to just, be a simpler product. So the whole point of a serum is to be maybe a bit more comprehensive, to do more. Toner is supposed to be like a light texture, lighter layer. It does, it hydrates, but it kind of stops there. Whereas a serum is meant to be something that does more work. It kind of maybe helps with you, condition your skin, soften your skin, helps sealing the hydration just by the fact that it's a thicker formula as well. So yeah, so this is a thicker formula. There is one catch, like I said, both of these, which is funny because when I looked at this in store, I could not find this one ingredient. I scanned and scanned and scanned, and I was so happy because I know, this day and age that we're in, some people are on the no perfume, train, and some people don't care, and then some people are a bit skeptical. They don't know what to think. I don't mind perfume in certain products. I do prefer treatment products like serums and my toners to not have perfume, but I had to make an exception because I had already used this the first time, and I was like, oh, I don't remember seeing perfume on the list because, like I said, I scanned and scanned and scanned, and then I put it on my face, and I was just surprised at how well moisturized my face was. So I thought, let me just try this for a week, see if my skin reacts, because at the time I was still using my tretinoin, I think every day when I started. Yeah, I think I probably was at the end of that. Now I use my tretinoin treatment every, I think 3 to 4 times a week now. So I was a bit worried about, introducing something with perfume because, like I always say, if you're on tretinoin, try and keep your skincare as simple as possible. No perfumes, no, what else? No complicated ingredients, no, try to, move away from essential oils, anything that will potentially irritate your skin. Try and move away from that. But I had to make an exception for this because this is a fantastic formula. Now, would I recommend this? Definitely yes. Would I prefer for it to not have perfume because of the type of product it is? Yes, definitely. So if this brand was to come out with a fragrance-free collection with the same exact formula, I would jump on this so hard, and this would be like the number one serum in my collection. But yeah, it does lose a few points, not because I think perfume is bad, but it's just because I know some other people think it is. But don't let that sway you because the actual product itself makes sure my skin feels so soft and hydrated. It's amazing. Let me know if you're team perfume or no perfume, or if you're like team maybe, depends on the product. So yeah, I do love this serum. If I had to choose between the two, I'd definitely say go with the serum because, again, it has more of a comprehensive ingredients list. But if you're looking for, a different toner, something that has a bit more body to it, it's not like a watery toner. It has a slight, like I said, it has more body. I don't know how else to describe it. And it contains, 6 types of ceramides, 5 types of hyaluronic acid, which just promise hydration. That said, you will still need to follow up with a moisturizer just as a basic skincare routine, just to seal all that goodness in. But if I had to choose, I definitely say choose the serum, but there's no reason why you can't have both. And I've been using both day in, day out for about 3 months, I want to say now, and it's been great. It's been absolutely fantastic. I would buy it again and I would recommend it. But I do know some people, might not want to get this because of the fragrance. It's not a strong fragrance at all, by the way. It does dissipate in 5 minutes or less. It's not the kind of fragrance that you smell in your skin throughout the day. It goes away because I before I put it on my face, after I discovered it had perfume, I put it on the back of my hands just to see if there was going to be any kind of reaction or whatever, and I left it, and in 5 minutes I couldn't smell anything. So the fragrance is there, but it doesn't last long at all on both of them. So if you're worried about that, there's that. If you have super sensitive skin and you are worried about fragrance, then maybe keep away from this. But if you have normal skin, oily skin, definitely give it a go because the benefits outweigh the cons. So how I've used these products is that I've started with the cleanser, both of them just as a double cleanse, and then I went in with the toner, and then I went in with the serum, and then I followed through with a moisturizer. And on top of my moisturizer, I usually put my either an oil, or on a night when I'm not using the salicylic acid, I'll follow through with my tretinoin treatment, my prescription tretinoin cream. So that's how I use these 4 products. I actually do use all 4 products in one go, and it's, you know, it's great. You should definitely try them, and let me know what you think if you do decide to try them. So those are the 4 products I discovered at Superdrug. This was meant to be a very short video, and I'm seeing they're 28 minutes on there. If you do like what you've heard so far, if you think you're going to check these 4 products out, please do leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And yeah, until next time, stay blessed. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. And I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.